Now watch all the episodes only on Lehren app.
Mayuri, how and when and why do you think of becoming an actress?
I've never really thought of becoming an actress. Since I really know what is what, I have been acting because my mother has been doing theatre for 25 years. जो मेरे पैदा होने से काफ़ी पहले, तो जब से मैं पैदा हुई हूँ तब से मम्मी के साथ थिएटर कर रही थी. तो एक्टिंग तो मैं बचपन से कर रही हूँ. जब भी कोई उनके प्ले में छोटी लड़की का काम होता तो वो मैं कर लेती थी. इट वाज ऑब्वियसली लाइक दैट. देन दे वर डूइंग इट ऑन अ वेरी प्रोफेशनल लेवल. ये नहीं होता था कि मतलब ऐसी, इट वाजंट अ गणपति का शो. इट वाज वेरी प्रोफेशनल थिएटर एंड दैट्स वेयर आई लर्नड हाउ टू एक्ट, आई गेस. एंड आफ्टर दैट मेरी जो पहली फिल्म थी वो पापा कहते नहीं जो नसीम थी, दैट हैपेंड एक्सीडेंटली. माई मदर वॉज वर्किंग इन दैट फिल्म एंड द डायरेक्टर सॉ मी एंड कन्विंस्ड मी टू डू दैट फिल्म. Then came Papa Kehte Hai, which also happened to me. I was never wanting to be in Bombay or Bollywood for that matter. I was too young to even think about what I wanted to do. I was studying and generally planned a career of engineering and stuff like that. So I just ended up being here because I guess I was destined to be here.
Your journey as an actress started in film, from an art film, and you have reached here with Lehren and commercial film. How this journey as an actress?
See, generally what happens with everybody is they get into the line and they struggle to make it. I got in the other way. Before even knowing what it was all about, I was already there with a film which gave me a big name and hype, which I was not able to understand at that point of time, neither value. Then came the struggle for me. Films came, but then whatever delays and stuff like that. So I learned my lessons, or I learned whatever was to be learned to make it here after doing a couple of films, not before doing them. So that is my journey of learning and understanding and valuing all the experiences came after a couple of releases. That's why today I know the value of the films that I'm doing, which I initially didn't, because for me they were just happening. They were happening to me. Now I value them because I know how important they are.
How, as an actress, have you grown ever since?
I wouldn't say. I mean, that would be such a. That would be too much. I would be talking too big for my boots. It's not done. I mean, I've hardly done much. I've just been here, and I need to do a lot more to say that I've grown as an actress or whatever. I can only say I'm more experienced. I can't say I'm better or I've done a lot. I hardly have done anything. I have to prove myself yet.
In films like Naseem and in films like Papa Kehte Hai, you say you were too young to understand what really happened and what was the opportunity all about. For an actress, these kind of opportunities are very rare to come by.
Yep.
Yeah? So you have seen it, you have seen that phase of your life, and you have seen the phase of life where you're doing a lot of commercial work. But the art, the appreciation of art of cinema and the opportunity to act, because in Hindi cinema, heroines don't get much of a role to show their talent.
Yeah.
So how do you miss and how do you plan to make up for this thing?
See, I've realized that you really don't get heroine-oriented roles after doing those roles. So for me, it was like, why can't I get them? Because I've already done them. So it took a couple of years to comprehend that they don't just come to you. You have to work towards them. But then this line, everything is so uncertain and finally it's fate. So all you can do is whatever you get what is in your hand is just do a good job of what you get. Rest is all destiny or whatever it is. Only thing that I know today is when I do something, I have to be extremely professional and sincere about it. Other than that, nothing else matters. Good work will come if you're good. But that you have to be good first.
You have done so many films, but still you're very young for an actor. People normally come into this industry at about the age you are now. How do you react to the status of a heroine star in your normal life?
See, for me, had I been staying in one place and become a heroine in that place, things would have changed drastically. But I came from Aurangabad to Bombay. So I was in a new surrounding as it is. And from the day I've come here, I'm a heroine. So people around me have always treated me like a heroine. So there has not been much change. The change is when I go back home. That is when I realized the change. And thankfully, the people around me are too intelligent, it's a cliche word to use or whatever, to treat me just because I'm a heroine. For everybody around me, it's just a line of work. Somebody goes and does something, so I come and act. That's what I know how to do, so I act. That's about it. So I really don't get carried away about being on screen. Somebody else does something else, this is my job. That's it.
For millions of young people in India, becoming a star, becoming a heroine, becoming a hero, is like a dream to them. You know, a lot of people here, they think of becoming an Amitabh Bachchan or a Rekha or a Sridevi. Did you ever have a dream of this kind?
Like I told you, yeah, I had a dream, but my dream was never to be an actress because acting was a part of me. I was always acting. So to become an actress was nothing new to me. For me, becoming an engineer or going to an MBA thing and having your own office in your factory, that kind of a thing was my dream, you know, to own something, to be a corporate woman. That was my dream. Because acting was a part of my household. So becoming that was not a big thing for me. And we were always brought up to realize that no matter what field you are in, it is just a job you're doing. So my dreams were never about becoming something. My dreams were about doing something, like becoming a corporate woman or traveling around the world or doing something. Not about becoming any actor or actress or anything like that. Yeah, of course I had a lot of icons, like I was crazy about a certain heroine or a certain hero at a certain point of time. That's a teenage process which happens. I think it happens to me even now. It hasn't changed just because I'm an actress now.
Okay, another thing is this glamour bit which is associated with the film industry. Like it's a glamorous world, but people who are into it, people who are working in this industry, the process is not very glamorous. The way we are shooting here, very hard.
Yeah.
You must be doing the same thing when you shoot for the film.
True.
The process is not very
Yeah.
glamorous. So, how do you, to project and to have that glamorous aura around, which is there for a heroine, to have around you? What do you do?
That's what all you guys are there for, to make me look glamorous. I mean, all I can do is just be myself and do my best at it, but rest is all upon people who create that. There's so many people behind making an actor or an actress. The credit of course goes to us, which is really sad, but there's so many people behind us who make us what we are, right? From our, people who do our makeup to people who are shooting us and people who are talking to us right now. I mean, somebody who directs you, it's not you. Finally, it is all that combined that makes you who you are, that gives you that aura. Of course, your self-ingredient is there. If you don't have anything, it won't come across. But there are a lot of other factors which contribute to it.
Yeah, I know there are factors, but as a professional, from your side, what are the conscious efforts that you put in to, project you in a certain manner? The talent, the acting is there, it's part of job.
See, like I told you, I never realized that you have to have anything or the glamour bit on how you put it across till about, let me say, about a year back. Till then I was learning. Now I know what it takes to, be there. So I work on my looks and I work on my costumes and I work on how I'm going to present myself along with people around me. Initially I thought it was all about just being a good actress and nothing more. But you realize it's not just about that. So I've just learned that. I've not really been able to put that through. I will eventually, I guess.
Which are the films in past and in future also where you think that you've been projected the way you wanted to and you're happy with the way you look or you perform or you're there in the screen?
That's such an unfair question. I'm going to rub a lot of people the wrong way, so I don't think I would do that. But see, the thing is, for me, it's just the beginning of the journey. I'm not satisfied at any stage right now. I can't say, okay, now this is exactly what I wanted. I still have a long way to go. I have to do a lot. So there's that degree of satisfaction is not there as yet. I have to, maybe I like certain things about a certain film that I did. There's now utter satisfaction will come, I guess, when I'm like 30. It can't come right now. And I haven't done so many films. I still have to do.
What do you feel when you see yourself on the screen? What, in terms of acting, in terms of look?
I always hate myself. I always say, I could have done it better. I definitely could have done it better. But then you make excuses for yourself. And at the end of it, you say, next time if I get to do this, I'm going to do it much better. That's about it.
How ambitious are you as an actress?
I'm not an ambitious person at all. I am a person who just does what she's doing because she likes doing it. I will not go to extents of anything to reach anywhere because I think it's very futile. And that's not just about my career, that's the way I deal with life. So ambition is something I wouldn't get involved in. I love my job, that's why I'm doing it. That's about it.
What do you want to be? Categories.
I want to be happy, no matter what I'm
As
doing.
an actress.
As an actress, I just want to set a standard for myself, not seeing anybody else. I don't want to be like anybody else, or not because anybody is less or anything, but I really don't think one can be like others. So I don't want to be like anybody else. I just want to know that when somebody sees me, they should say she's done a good job. That's it.